Ladies and gentlemen, friends and dreamers of a better tomorrow. Today I want to talk to you about transformation. Not just a subtle shift, not a mere adjustment, but a profound and radical change in the way you live, think, and act. Because let's face it, if you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always gotten. So let's dive into the essential principles of life transformation. Each one is a building block to a better you and a better future. Transformation begins the moment you stop settling for mediocrity, the moment you look in the mirror and face the truth, not with shame or regret, but with an honest acknowledgement that where you are now isn't where you want to be. Change starts when you allow yourself to feel the weight of dissatisfaction, not as a burden, but as a call to action. That discomfort you feel, it's a gift. It's life's way of shaking you awake, urging you to pay attention. Ignoring it won't make it disappear. Pretending it doesn't exist will only keep you trapped in the same cycle, day after day, year after year. Admitting that you need to change isn't easy. It takes courage to face the reality that the life you've been living isn't aligned with the life you desire. But here's the truth. Nothing worthwhile comes from staying in your comfort zone. Growth doesn't happen there. Comfort zones are where dreams go to die, suffocated by excuses and fear. The discomfort of recognizing the need for change is far less painful than the regret of never trying. Look around at your life right now. Are you proud of it? Are you fulfilled? If the answer is no, then something must shift. And let me tell you this, the change you seek won't come from outside circumstances. It won't come from a promotion, a new relationship, or the perfect opportunity falling into your lap. It comes from you. You are the catalyst for your own transformation. Don't let the fear of failure hold you back. Failure is not the enemy, it's the teacher. It's the lessons learned in moments of defeat that pave the way for growth. Recognizing the need for change means you're ready to embrace those lessons, to stumble, to fall, and to rise stronger each time. It means you're done waiting for someone else to fix your life because you've decided to take responsibility for it yourself. This isn't about self-criticism, it's about self-awareness. It's about being honest enough to say, this isn't the best I can do. This isn't the life I'm meant to live. And in that honesty, there's power. Power to rewrite the story, to break free from limiting beliefs, to shatter the chains of doubt and fear. When you recognize the need for change, you reclaim control over your life. But recognition alone isn't enough. It's just the starting point. Action is what turns awareness into transformation. So don't just acknowledge the need for change, embrace it. Let it ignite a fire within you. Decide today that staying the same is no longer an option, that your potential is too great to be wasted on excuses. Because the moment you decide to change, you've already begun. Transformation isn't an event, it's a process. And that process begins when you say to yourself, I will no longer settle for less than I am capable of. Make that decision now. The power to change is already within you, waiting to be unleashed. All it takes is for you to say yes to your future, to your growth, to your best self. The most powerful moment in your life is the moment you accept full responsibility for where you are. We live in a world where it's easy to blame the economy, our past, or the people around us for our situation. But the truth is, the moment you stop pointing fingers is the moment your life begins to shift. When you stop waiting for someone to come and fix things for you, when you stop waiting for some magical circumstance to change, that's when the real power is in your hands. Transformation isn't something that happens to you. It's something that happens because of you. It's all too tempting to blame. We've all been there. The job you didn't get, the relationship that ended, the opportunities you missed. How many times have you said, it wasn't my fault? But here's the truth. You have more control over your life than you realize. Life doesn't happen to you. It happens because of the choices you make. And the first choice you need to make is to take full ownership of your situation. When you take responsibility, you stop playing the victim. The victim waits for someone else to change things. The victim waits for external circumstances to improve. But you are not a victim. You are the author of your own story. Every choice, every decision, every moment is within your control. Once you accept that responsibility, you empower yourself to change your circumstances, to shape your future. No longer are you waiting for the economy to get better or for the stars to align. You take charge. You do what it takes. But let's be clear. This isn't about blaming yourself for every setback. Taking responsibility doesn't mean beating yourself up over past mistakes. It's about understanding that the power to move forward lies in your hands. It's about acknowledging that no matter where you are, you can make a decision today to begin the change. When you take ownership of your life, you stop waiting for permission. You stop waiting for someone else to hand you an opportunity. You start creating your own opportunities, your own path, your own future. The moment you take responsibility, you begin to see the world differently. You start to see that every obstacle is an opportunity, every setback is a lesson. You stop letting life happen to you and you start making life happen for you. It's a shift in mindset. And it's a shift that transforms everything. You may not have control over every circumstance in your life, but you have control over how you respond to them. You have control over the decisions you make, the actions you take, the attitude you adopt. And that's all you need. You don't need the perfect set of circumstances. You don't need someone to save you. You have everything you need within you to create the life you want. The truth is, change doesn't happen by waiting. It happens when you take responsibility for where you are and make a decision to do something about it. You are not waiting for someone to rescue you. You are your own rescuer. The power to transform your life lies in your hands, and that power begins when you accept full responsibility for your life. There is no limit to what you can achieve when you take full ownership of your journey. Where do you want to go in life? Who do you want to become? These are the questions that will shape your future, and they are not to be taken lightly. You see, without a clear vision, you are like a ship lost at sea, aimless, directionless, drifting through life without purpose or meaning. It doesn't matter how hard you work or how much effort you put in. If you don't know where you're going, you will never reach your destination. That's why defining your vision is so important. A vision is not just a vague idea or a wish. It's a clear and specific destination that you set for yourself. It's a roadmap that guides your every decision, your every action. If you want to transform your life, you must first define where you want to go and who you want to become. When you have a clear vision, it's like having a compass that always points you in the right direction. Now, let me be clear. You cannot afford to be vague about this. Saying, I want to be successful is not enough. Success is subjective. It means different things to different people. For one person, success may mean financial freedom. For another, it may mean building a business that empowers others or living a life of service. If you don't define it specifically, you will find yourself chasing after things that don't truly matter to you. So take the time to ask yourself, what does success look like for me? What is my version of a thriving life? And once you've identified that vision, write it down. Put it on paper, make it real. There is immense power in writing your vision down because it forces you to crystallize your thoughts and intentions. When you see it in writing, it becomes more than just a dream. It becomes a goal, something tangible, something actionable. But here's the key. Your vision must be specific. It's not enough to say, I want to be successful. Be precise. Say, I want to build a thriving business that empowers others to reach their potential. Or say, I want to achieve financial independence so I can travel the world and create a life of freedom. When you define your vision in this way, you give yourself a sense of direction. Every step you take will be a step towards something specific and meaningful. The power of a clear vision is that it becomes the driving force behind your actions. It keeps you focused and motivated, even when the going gets tough, when challenges arise, and they will. You won't be derailed because you'll have a compelling reason to keep moving forward. Your vision will remind you why you started in the first place. It will fuel your passion and perseverance. So ask yourself today, what do I want to create? What kind of person do I want to become? And how will I make that vision a reality? When you define your vision, you create the foundation for transformation. You give your life purpose, and you set yourself on a course toward greatness. Don't wait. Start defining your vision today and watch as everything begins to fall into place. Your future is in your hands, and the first step is to define where you want to go. We all have stories we tell ourselves, stories that shape the way we see the world and the way we see ourselves. Stories like, I'm not smart enough, I'm too old, or I'll never succeed. These are the chains that bind us, the invisible walls we've built around ourselves, convincing us that we're not capable of achieving the life we dream of. But here's the truth. Those stories are lies. They're not facts. They are simply beliefs you've accepted as truth, and they are the very things holding you back from your true potential. If you want to transform your life, you must start by breaking free from these limiting beliefs. You must challenge every negative thought, every doubt, and every fear that has been ingrained in your mind. Ask yourself, are these beliefs serving me, or are they keeping me stuck? Are they helping me grow, or are they preventing me from stepping into the life I deserve? The answer is clear. These beliefs are not serving you. They are keeping you small, keeping you from realizing the greatness that lies within you. The first step to breaking free from limiting beliefs is to recognize them for what they are, lies. They are stories you've told yourself over and over again until they feel like truth, but they are not the truth. You are not too old. You are not too inexperienced. You are not incapable of success. Those are just stories that you've let hold you back. The reality is, you have the ability to learn, to grow, and to achieve greatness, regardless of where you're starting from. Once you recognize these limiting beliefs for what they are, you must replace them with empowering truths. Instead of saying, I'm not smart enough, start saying, I am capable of learning anything I need to know. Instead of saying, I'm too old, start saying, my experience is a gift and I'm just getting started. Instead of saying, I'll never succeed, start saying, I can achieve anything I set my mind to because I am worthy of success. You see, the most powerful thing you can do is change the story you're telling yourself. The story you choose to believe will determine the actions you take, the risks you're willing to embrace, and the level of success you'll reach. If you continue to tell yourself that you're not good enough or that it's too late for you, then that will become your reality. But if you tell yourself that you are capable, that you are worthy, and that you can achieve greatness, you will find the strength and the courage to take the actions necessary to turn those beliefs into reality. Don't let limiting beliefs control your life any longer. The world needs your unique gifts and talents. You have the power to break free from the stories that hold you back and step into a life of limitless potential. It starts with changing your mindset and replacing the lies with the truth. You are capable, you are worthy, and you can achieve anything you set your heart and mind to. So today, make the decision to break free. Challenge those limiting beliefs. Replace them with empowering truths, and watch as your life begins to transform in ways you never thought possible. You are not defined by the stories of the past. You are defined by the choices you make today. Choose to believe in your power, and your life will never be the same. Transformation isn't something that happens overnight, nor is it a result of fleeting bursts of inspiration. It's about consistency, about doing the work day after day, even when the excitement fades and the challenges rise. True transformation is built on the foundation of discipline. It's not always glamorous and it's not always easy, but it's the key to creating lasting change in your life. Discipline is about doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's the ability to keep going when the initial motivation has worn off, when the world feels heavy, and when your mind starts making excuses. It's about showing up even when you're tired, when you're overwhelmed, or when you'd rather take a shortcut. Discipline is not a one-time event. It's a habit, a way of life. It's about choosing to do the right thing, even when it's difficult, because you know that each small action is moving you closer to your goal. Think about it. Every great success story you've ever heard, whether it's about a business mogul, an athlete, or a world leader, is rooted in discipline. Behind every triumph, there were years of hard work, of sacrifices, and of doing what needed to be done when no one was watching. They didn't wait for inspiration to strike. They didn't rely on motivation alone. They were disciplined in their approach. They worked when they didn't feel like it. They pushed through obstacles. They made choices every single day that brought them closer to their vision, and that's why they succeeded. If you want to achieve anything meaningful in your life, you must cultivate discipline. It's easy to get excited at the start of a new project, to feel the rush of enthusiasm as you take your first steps toward a goal. But enthusiasm fades, excitement dwindles. What keeps you going when that initial energy is gone is discipline. It's the willingness to wake up early, to make sacrifices, to stay focused when the distractions of life are trying to pull you away from your path. Discipline is about showing up for your dreams, even when it's hard. One of the most powerful things discipline gives you is control. When you choose discipline over distraction, you are in charge of your life. You're no longer at the mercy of your emotions or circumstances. You take responsibility for your actions, and through consistent effort, you build the future you desire. The road to success isn't easy, but discipline makes it possible. It turns impossible dreams into achievable goals and moves you forward one small step at a time. So ask yourself, are you ready to commit to the discipline it takes to create the life you want? Are you ready to make the daily choices that will bring you closer to your vision, even when the journey feels tough? The truth is, no one is going to hand you success. It's something you have to earn. And the way to earn it is through consistent, disciplined action. Remember, success is not a destination, it's a habit. Cultivate discipline today and watch your transformation unfold in ways you never imagined. Your environment shapes who you are and who you become. The people you surround yourself with have an enormous influence on your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately your destiny. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, and limiting beliefs, that's exactly what you'll begin to internalize. It's like trying to grow a plant in soil that's full of weeds. No matter how hard you try, it's going to be a struggle. But when you surround yourself with growth-minded people, everything changes. You will begin to thrive, to rise, and to evolve into the person you were always meant to be. You see, your potential is limitless, but your environment plays a massive role in whether or not you'll reach that potential. If you're constantly around people who are settling for mediocrity, who are stuck in their own fears and limitations, it will be nearly impossible for you to break free and achieve greatness. Negativity is contagious. The doubts of those around you can start to creep into your own thinking, and soon you'll begin to believe that maybe you're not capable of the success you're after. That's why it's crucial to seek out people who challenge you, who inspire you, and who believe in your potential even when you struggle to believe it yourself. These are the people who will push you to do more, to be more, and to see the possibilities you've never considered. Growth-minded people are not afraid to dream big, to take risks, and to fail, because they understand that failure is just a stepping stone to success. So they will encourage you to stretch beyond your comfort zone, to face your fears, and to keep going when things get tough. But you can't wait for these people to just magically appear in your life. You have to seek them out. Join communities that foster growth, whether it's a business group, a mastermind, or even an online network of like-minded individuals. Find mentors who have already walked the path you're trying to walk, who can guide you, teach you, and hold you accountable. These are the relationships that will elevate you, that will push you toward the transformation you're after. Don't waste time with people who drain your energy, who make excuses, or who tell you that your dreams are unrealistic. Instead, build relationships with those who are already where you want to be, those who will show you what's possible when you refuse to settle for less than what you deserve. When you surround yourself with the right people, transformation becomes contagious. You'll find yourself thinking bigger, acting bolder, and believing in your potential, in ways you never thought possible. Remember, you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If those people are growth-minded, driven, and positive, you will be too. But if they're stuck in negativity, fear, and self-doubt, you'll find it harder and harder to break free. So make a decision today to invest your time and energy into relationships that will help you grow, inspire you to become your best self, and challenge you to reach your highest potential. And the right people will not only lift you higher, they will show you what's possible when you step into your greatness. Let's take a moment to address one of the biggest myths that holds so many people back: the fear of failure. There's this widespread belief that failure is the opposite of success, that it's something to be avoided at all costs. But here's the truth: failure is not the opposite of success. It is, in fact, an essential part of the journey toward success. Failure is not something that happens to you, it's something that happens for you. Every setback, every mistake, every misstep is a lesson in disguise, a necessary experience that leads you closer to the person you're meant to become. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't go as planned. We all experience moments of doubt, frustration, and disappointment. But here's the key to understanding failure: it's not permanent. It's not a definition of who you are or where you're headed. It's simply feedback. Every failure gives you information about what works and what doesn't, about where you need to grow, and about how you can improve. It's a chance to learn, adapt, and keep moving forward with more wisdom and resilience than before. Think about the most successful people you know. None of them reach their achievements without failure. In fact, their greatest successes are often built on the foundation of their greatest failures. They failed, they learned, and they got back up stronger and more determined. Each failure was a stepping stone on their path to success. You can't have success without failure. In fact, it's the very act of trying that leads to failure, and it's the act of trying that ultimately leads to transformation. The reason so many people never reach their full potential is because they let the fear of failure paralyze them. They avoid risks, they hold back, and they let the possibility of failure stop them from taking action. But if you're going to achieve anything meaningful in life, you have to change your relationship with failure. Stop fearing it, stop avoiding it, start embracing it as a natural part of the process. When you embrace failure, you're telling yourself that you're willing to learn, to grow, and to keep going no matter what obstacles stand in your way. Remember, failure is proof that you're trying. If you're not failing, you're not pushing yourself. You're not taking risks. You're not growing. So take pride in your failures. Wear them as badges of honor, because they are evidence of your commitment to moving forward, to pursuing your dreams, and to becoming the best version of yourself. Every failure is a sign that you're on the right track, because you're not afraid to get up and try again. Success is not a straight line. It's a winding path filled with bumps, bruises, and detours. But those bumps and bruises are what make you stronger, what make you wiser, and what make you unstoppable. So embrace failure, learn from it, and use it to fuel your determination. Remember, failure is not the end. It's the beginning of a new opportunity to grow, to improve, and to transform into the person who will one day achieve all that you've dreamed of. Keep going, keep trying, because failure is simply the proof that you're on the path to success. Your habits are the architects of your life. Every single day, whether you realize it or not, the small choices you make, how you spend your time, how you respond to challenges, how you approach your goals are shaping your future. Success doesn't happen overnight, and transformation isn't built on occasional bursts of inspiration. It's built on the steady, consistent foundation of your habits. Your habits are the building blocks of the person you are becoming, and they will either lead you toward your vision or pull you further away from it. Take a moment to look at your life right now. Are your habits aligned with the goals and dreams you've set for yourself? If not, it's time to make a change. The key to mastering your habits is first recognizing which ones are serving you and which ones are holding you back. Be honest with yourself. Are you spending too much time scrolling on your phone instead of working on your goals? Are you putting off what needs to be done in favor of what feels comfortable? These habits, though seemingly small, have the power to determine your destiny. The good news is that you have the power to change them. Habits are not set in stone. They're created by repetition and choice. If you can identify a habit that's limiting you, you can replace it with one that empowers you. Start small. Maybe it's waking up 30 minutes earlier to focus on self-improvement. Maybe it's committing to reading a chapter of a book each day or spending time journaling about your goals. These small actions may seem insignificant in the moment, but over time, they compound into extraordinary results. Think about this. If you improved just 1% every day, by the end of the year, you wouldn't be 365% better. You'd be 37 times better. That's the power of compounding, and it works in every area of your life. Whether it's your health, your career, or your relationships, the small positive habits you adopt today will lead to massive transformations tomorrow. But here's the catch. Mastering your habits requires discipline and consistency. It's not always easy to choose what's best for your future over what's comfortable in the present. There will be days when you don't feel like putting in the effort. On those days, remind yourself why you started. Visualize the life you're working to create, the person you're striving to become. Let that vision pull you forward. The most successful people in the world are not necessarily the most talented or the smartest. They are the ones who have mastered their habits. They understand that success is not a single moment of achievement. It's the result of daily choices, repeated over and over again. So, start today. Identify one habit you want to change and one habit you want to adopt. Commit to the process, even when it's hard, because your habits define your future. And by mastering them, you are taking control of your destiny. Perfection is a mirage. It looks enticing, shimmering in the distance, promising fulfillment, but the closer you try to get to it, the further it moves away. The pursuit of perfection can paralyze you, trapping you in a cycle of procrastination and self-doubt. It's the voice that whispers, "You're not ready yet," or "It's not good enough." But here's the truth. Perfection is not required for progress. What matters is movement, growth, and the commitment to keep getting better. Life rewards action, not perfection. If you wait for everything to be flawless before you take the first step, you'll never start. And starting is where all transformation begins. Progress, however small, is the fuel that keeps the engine of success running. It's the steady accumulation of effort, day by day, that propels you forward. When you focus on progress, you free yourself from the impossible burden of perfection and open yourself up to the power of improvement. Every small victory is a step closer to your goals. Celebrate those victories, no matter how insignificant they may seem. Did you read one more chapter today? Celebrate it. Did you wake up 10 minutes earlier? That's progress. Did you take a step outside your comfort zone? That's a win. These moments, though they may feel small, are the building blocks of transformation. Each one is a brick in the foundation of the person you're becoming. When you focus on progress, you build momentum, and momentum is powerful. Think of a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, barely noticeable, but with every turn it gathers more snow, gaining size and speed. That's the power of progress. Each step forward adds to your momentum, making it easier to take the next step and the one after that. And before you know it, you're achieving things you once thought impossible, not because you were perfect, but because you kept moving. Let go of the idea that you need to have everything figured out. Let go of the need for flawless execution. Progress isn't about being perfect, it's about being better than you were yesterday. It's about learning from your mistakes, adjusting your approach, and taking the next step, even when it's messy or uncomfortable. Transformation doesn't require perfection, it requires persistence. And remember, the journey itself is part of the reward. Each step forward, each lesson learned, each challenge overcome shapes you into a stronger, wiser, more resilient person. The growth you experience along the way is just as important as the destination you're striving for. So shift your focus. Stop chasing perfection and start chasing progress. Celebrate every step, no matter how small, and trust the process. Keep moving forward and let the momentum of your efforts carry you to heights you never imagined. Because transformation isn't about arriving perfectly, it's about showing up, taking action, and becoming better, day by day. That is where true success lies. Transformation isn't a destination you arrive at, it's a journey you embark on. It's not something you achieve and check off a list, it's a way of life. The moment you decide to commit to lifelong growth, you're not just choosing to improve your skills or expand your knowledge, you're choosing to evolve as a person, to become more than you ever imagined you could be. Growth is the essence of transformation, and it's what keeps life vibrant, meaningful, and full of possibility. Growth starts with a mindset. It's the belief that you're not fixed, that who you are today doesn't have to be who you are tomorrow. It's the understanding that every day brings new opportunities to learn, to adapt, and to become better. This mindset opens the door to endless potential, because when you commit to lifelong growth, you see challenges not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones. You view failures not as defeats, but as lessons. And you embrace every experience, good or bad, as an opportunity to expand your capacity. One of the most powerful ways to commit to growth is through learning. Read books that challenge your thinking and broaden your horizons. Attend seminars and workshops that ignite your curiosity and fuel your passion. Seek out mentors who have walked the path you aspire to take and learn from their wisdom. But don't stop there. Be willing to learn from everyone and everything around you. A conversation, a setback, even a quiet moment of reflection can teach you something valuable if you're open to it. Growth also requires feedback. Surround yourself with people who will challenge you to be better, who will tell you the truth even when it's uncomfortable. Feedback isn't criticism, it's a gift. It's a mirror that reflects where you're excelling and where you have room to grow. Accept it with humility and use it to fuel your progress. But lifelong growth isn't just about knowledge or skills. It's about character. It's about becoming more compassionate, more disciplined, more resilient. It's about strengthening your integrity, deepening your relationships, and aligning your actions with your values. The true measure of growth is not just what you achieve, but who you become in the process. As you commit to growth, something remarkable happens. You inspire others to grow too. Your dedication, your transformation, your journey becomes a beacon for those around you. You show them what's possible, and in doing so, you create a ripple effect that extends far beyond yourself. Your growth has the power to uplift your family, your community, and even the world. So make the decision today to embrace growth as a way of life. Never stop reading, learning, questioning, and striving. Never stop reaching for the next level, not out of dissatisfaction, but out of a deep desire to become all that you were created to be. The more you grow, the more you'll discover that the journey itself is the reward. Transformation isn't an event, it's a commitment, a lifestyle, and the greatest adventure of all. Ladies and gentlemen, your life is not a dress rehearsal. This is your moment, your opportunity to become the person you were meant to be. The question is, will you take it? Will you step into your power, embrace these principles, and transform your life? The choice is yours. Transformation doesn't happen by accident. It happens by decision, determination, and consistent action. So decide today, commit today, transform your life today. Thank you.